welcome to Storytime in Seacliff. The book today, interesting one, Gingerbread for Liberty. How a baker helped win the American Revolution. All right. Here we go. Everyone in Philadelphia knew the gingerbread baker, his honest face and his booming laugh. And of course, his gingerbread, the best in all the 13 colonies. His big flowery hands turned out castles and queens and horses and cows and hens. Each detail was drawn in sweet buttery icing with the greatest skill and care. And yet, despite his care, there always seemed to be some broken pieces for the hungry children who followed their noses to that spicy smelling shop. No empty bellies here, the baker would bellow, not in my America. For once upon a time, when he was young and hungry too, he'd followed his own nose to the new world. He was a hard-working young man, and he opened his own bakery, and he promised there'd always be enough to eat. But now something was in the air. Well, despite the smell of gingerbread, newspapers were shouting, "Revolution, independence, liberty." Boys rolled up blankets and took up guns and kissed their mothers goodbye, and the baker hung up his apron. He dusted flour off his hands. "Where are you going?" asked his wife. "Well, to fight for my America. I was a soldier once across the sea." No, that was long ago and far away," she said. "You are a baker now, and you are old and not ready to fight." Well, the baker knew his wife was right, but he loved his country. Somehow he had to find a way to help. So he packed his bags and went to join General Washington. General Washington didn't say that the baker was old and slow, and General Washington was much too polite. Anyway, he had other troubles on his mind. His men were threatening to leave. They said the food was terrible and there wasn't enough of it. The baker rolled up his sleeves. "No empty bellies here," he told General Washington. "Not in my America." But bigger trouble was on the way. Across the sea, "Oh no, Your Majesty, those Americans think they can bring down the redcoats." "Ha, ha, ha." "Huh, what if they're right?" asked the king. Ooh. When the ship sailed into sight, even General Washington turned pale. Who had ever seen such an army? Oh no. "These soldiers come from the land where I was born," the baker told General Washington. "Let me go and speak to them. I can persuade them we're not enemies. Perhaps I can persuade them to switch sides." "But if you're caught, you'll be killed," Washington warned. The baker smiled. "I will not be caught." So sure enough, in the darkest hour of the night, he rowed across the sea, and with each dip of his oar, he thought of words to make the soldiers. Independence, liberty, revolution. But when he looked into their hungry faces, all his fine words slipped away. What could he say? "I have a bake shop." And as the baker spoke, the soldiers seemed to see the fragrant stream rising from his ovens. They could almost smell the spicy gingerbread. "And you always have enough to eat?" the soldiers asked. "No empty bellies here," he told them. "Not in my America." Across the ocean, "His Majesty, we don't understand. The armies, they're disappearing." Many loaves and battles later, "The British have surrendered. The revolution's over. We have won." "My work is done," the baker cried. And Washington said, "Not quite." Did he bake the British soldiers gingerbread for their dessert? Well, we'll never know. They didn't leave a crumb. Oh, wow. So that's the story. And it's kind of fun, isn't it? And we have a wonderful person whose birthday we'll be celebrating, and her name is Victoria. She and Hank are having a double anniversary birthday celebration, and we're going to be a tiny little part of it with our cake. But we don't know, Victoria, whether you want chocolate or vanilla. Let the children vote. All right, let's vote, children. And sure enough, there they are. Molly, Alice, and Jolene. Martha and Clara. Ben and Bee. Bevy and Henry. Riley. And the Schuyler sisters, Eliza, Peggy, Angelica, of course. And we have Graham, Audrey, and Lila, too. We have Joseph and Christopher, Maxine and Lulu and Lucy, Frida and her brother Luca, Teddy, and I think we have Sarah, we do, and we have Bruce and Max and Annabelle and Kira. Those are the vanillas, so let's count. Oh, KJ and Sophia, vanilla also. Right, of course. All right, let's count the chocolate. Oh, 2 late votes just came in from Philadelphia, where the baker came from, Nora and Carson. All right, they're vanilla votes. It looks to me as if we have 15 chocolate and 16 vanilla. Whoa, okay. So I think we're going to have a vanilla cake for Victoria's birthday. All right, let's sing. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Victoria. Happy birthday to you. All right. Thank you, cameraman Dan. Thank you, Oberon. And remember, I love you all very, very much.